Bought the Halloween 2018 Blu-ray. You know what time it is. Welcome back to my channel, guys. Yes, it is time now for my revisited review of Halloween 2018. I just bought the Blu-ray. I was going to buy the 4K, but I decided that even though I did like this movie, I don't love it. I want to buy 4Ks of movies that I actually love and of movies that maybe don't have the best Blu-ray transfer or they're just older. So Halloween 2018, I just decided to go with the standard Blu-ray, but still very good, nice Blu-ray. You get some good bonus features. Yeah, behind the scenes stuff. I can't talk right now, but it looks very good on Blu-ray too. The film, looks great. And also, I really like the slipcover, by the way, just before I start this review. It's cool. It's embossed. Even like the side Halloween is embossed. Both sides are. So I think that's pretty cool that they actually kind of took some time and, giving the slipcover a little bit extra. But you can go check out my other reviews. I do have two reviews on my channel already. One is my non-spoiler review, which if you have not seen this movie, click away from this video, go check out my non-spoiler review, and you can come back to this video after you've seen the movie because I will be talking spoilers. Also, I have my spoiler-filled unedited review, which I just go ham on talking about all the things that I liked and didn't like of Halloween 2018. Now, David Gordon Green came in, he wanted to do something different. He wanted to take, instead of just a remake of Halloween or do another sequel that's kind of added on to the already expansive franchise we have in this series, he decided to make a sequel, but make it different. And by different, he just wanted to set it 40 years after the original film. So there is no Halloween 2, there is no Halloween 3, 4, 5, 6, so on and so forth, because David Gordon Green wanted to do something fresh where Michael Myers, instead of him continuing to stalk Laurie Strode in Halloween 2, he was captured at the end of Halloween, or John Carpenter's Halloween. The only thing I hate about this title is that there are now 3 movies that are all named Halloween. So now you have to either say John Carpenter's Halloween, Rob Zombie's Halloween, or David Gordon Green's Halloween. So it's kind of stupid that they named this movie Halloween. Why couldn't they just name it? I mean, I would have been down for like a movie called Michael Myers. That would have been pretty sick. Or just, Halloween 40 years later or something like that. I think that would have been kind of a unique spin. And instead of H2O, we'd get H4O. How about that? But anyway, this movie is set 40 years after the events of Halloween, where Laurie Strode has been literally getting ready since 1978 for the return of Michael Myers, who she knows is the boogeyman and who she knows will be coming back. And Michael escapes and he begins to wreak havoc on poor Haddonfield, Illinois once again. When I watched it in the theaters, because I only saw it once before today when I did my revisited review. When I watched it in theaters, I liked it. But there were things to me in this film that stuck out like a sore thumb. And those things are the jokes. There are so many jokes in this movie that are so unnecessary, so canny, that they completely take away all of the buildup, all of the tension that was happening in the scenes prior. And that just bothers me. If you're going to go for a scare, if you're going to go for a terrifying moment, then stick with that moment. If you're going to go for a joke, okay, you got to make it a little light. You got to put some jokes in there, for the audience. But just putting the jokes in places where they don't belong really takes away from this film. It just seems like David Gordon Green and Danny McBride, they cared so much about putting these jokes in the movie that it doesn't feel like they cared too much about the flow. They didn't care as much about the tension. And when you watch this movie, there are moments where there is greatness on the screen where I'm like, wow, this movie's flooring me. But then there are moments where all of that I was feeling before is just completely wasted, completely gone. And it's just wasted potential, in my opinion. They could have done something so good with the tension in this movie, but, well, they definitely cut the tension with a knife. Pun intended. One other nitpicky thing that I didn't like as well in my first time watching this film was I didn't like all of the little nods to all of the films in the Halloween franchise. I'm okay with a couple here and there. I like the nods that they had tying back to the original film, and some of those are really nice moments, but there are some that are just kind of not important at all. They have the little Easter egg in there. They got to throw in the Halloween 3 masks, which is cool, but for what purpose? If you're getting rid of the entire sequels and you're saying this is the actual canon, this is the actual sequel to Halloween, then why throw in all that stuff that we've seen before? Why do that? Why not do something fresh and do something new? And that is still watching this movie a second time, still I have big problems with that. Another thing that's kind of changed with my second viewing, so now I want to talk about things that have changed. One thing that's changed is the character of Dr. Sartain. The first time I watched this movie, I liked him a little bit. The twist happened. I didn't like him. I didn't understand it. And I kind of felt like, okay, they were trying to go a different angle, and it's really not Sartain's fault. It's kind of just all of the other background noise that's kind of happening, where he's really been into this for years. He's been studying Michael Myers, and he's gotten obsessed with him, so I could kind of understand. The second time watching it today, I hated Dr. Sartain's character. Absolutely pointless. Now, you were doing a twist with him and having him kill the only person other than Laurie Strode who is actually right, who's actually sane in this movie, and Sheriff Deputy Hawkins, which is stupid, by the way. It was so out of left field. And then not only that, you have him put on the mask. It's just like, we're going to kill the only person in this movie who is kind of smart. Then, guess what? We just did this whole twist. We went totally left with it. And now we're going to have him put on the mask as a big screw you to all of the Halloween fans. That still bothers me. Why did he put on the mask? Why did you write that in the script? It just boggles my mind. And then, not only that, literally a minute later, everything is instantaneously thrown away. Again, that bothers me. You had some decent setup. You had this weird twist. Okay, it was in left field. I didn't like it. But you should have stuck with that twist a little bit longer. Should have actually kind of explained more about what is happening, the physiological explanations for what's going on. And you instantaneously throw it away. So my thoughts on Sartain now is he's annoying. He is one of the worst characters in the Halloween franchise. And honestly, there is no importance to this character. The only important thing to know is that because of him, Michael escaped. And Michael met Laurie. He's literally filler. So things that I think kind of improved on my second viewing was definitely Allison. I like Allison a lot more. I think coming out of the first viewing of this movie, because it was all, I was really focused in on Laurie Strode and her character, I didn't really think too much about Allison. But after watching it this time, I really like Allison Strode. I think Allison, played by Andi Matichak, I think she conveys a mix of Laurie Strode and somebody new and somebody different. Like, she has those similar elements to her grandmother, Laurie Strode, from Halloween 1978, and to now where it's kind of like she's understanding and now she's very sympathetic. She's a little nerdy, but you could also tell that she's the type of person who is going to be different and who has different sensibilities. Karen, on the other hand, I didn't like her so much this time around. She was very robotic. I was watching a lot of other reviews after I'd seen Halloween, and I thought, Judy Greer did an okay job. I thought Karen was an okay character. And then I was watching all these different reviews, and I started understanding, like, okay, maybe she was a little robotic. And then I watched it today, and I was like, yeah, she kind of phoned it in. It seemed like Judy Greer didn't really want to be there, that she was kind of taking this movie for a paycheck. And that really bothers me. I would have much rather liked it if, say, Karen had died or one of the, women had died in this film. Maybe not Allison, because it's kind of a passing of the torch. She's going to be the next, main character. But yeah, I think Karen, I just could not get on board with Judy Greer's portrayal of Karen Strode. And I didn't like her so much the second time around. One thing that really sticks out to me about this movie that I liked even more a second time was Michael Myers. I think James Jude Courtney does such an amazing job with Myers. He understands the character. And Michael is absolutely terrifying in this movie. He's still more terrifying in John Carpenter's Halloween, but in this movie as well, I still think he is a very menacing, prominent character. And he does some things in this movie that are just absolutely brutal. The bathroom scene in particular, it's so hard to watch that scene because of just how brutal and just how balls to the wall that scene is. I think Michael in this movie is on his A game. This is the best Michael Myers that we've seen since John Carpenter's classic. And I absolutely love that about this film. So all in all, I still like this film about how much I liked it before. Maybe I like it a little bit more. I could do without the comedy, but still, this is not my favorite sequel. I would probably rank this maybe number 4 in the franchise behind, obviously John Carpenter's Halloween, Halloween 4, Return of Michael Myers, which is my favorite sequel in the series, and Halloween 2. But Halloween 2018 is still a very fun movie. And if you want to have a brutal Myers, you want to see Michael Myers back and better than ever, definitely pick up Halloween 2018 on Blu-ray and DVD today. It's a good slasher film. And I really hope that this film kind of helps the opportunity for more slasher films to be made, because the slasher genre is my favorite horror genre. And I want to see more slashers on the big screen. Anyway, guys, what are your thoughts on Halloween 2018? Listen down below. Did you get a chance to buy the Blu-ray or the 4K or the DVD like me? Share with me down below. I'd love to know. Anyway, guys, make sure you like this video. Also, get ready for my insane Troll 2 B-roll cinema review, which will be dropping very soon. I'm really proud of it, and it's going to be a lot of fun. That movie was insane to watch. Look for that video. It will be dropping on my channel within the next few days. Anyway, guys, I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.